Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Gary and welcome fellow England fans. So this week, Toney has been banned for betting breaches, 200 plus of them, I may add, but has been banned for 8 months. 8 months at this point in his career is devastating. A £50,000 fine as well. Is the ban fair? Is it reasonable? And what does it mean for his career and indeed his career in an England shirt? Let's take a look. So starting off, we have to start off with the smoking gun. Toney admitted guilt. 232 breaches of the betting regulations that he broke, which meant actually there was more, but the FA decided not to pursue the others because he'd admitted guilt in so many others. So they had really what they needed to authorise any sort of punishment for him. So Toney has held his hands up and said, yeah, I am guilty. His 8-month ban starts from the 17th of May with immediate effect, which means he won't be eligible to play football until January at the earliest. It's an odd time, obviously, for him to be banned immediately, given the fact it's the end of the season. So 2 months of that 8-month ban, essentially the off-season. So technically, he's been banned for 6 months in terms of a footballing campaign. Now, Toney's 27 years of age. He's had a fantastic season. Currently third in the overall Premier League top goal scoring list, only behind Harry Kane and the ridiculous Haaland. But he's had a great season, and it's not his first one. You know, this is the back of another previous season as well. So he's consistently been finding form, and that meant this summer, really, he was lined up for a big move. Brentford obviously aren't the big club, they're doing very well, but Toney has been a standout performer, scoring goals, and it looked like this would be the summer at 27 years of age. So he's in the latter stages, or should we say the golden areas, the golden years, of his career, but nevertheless, he's going to start in the next 4 or 5 years coming to the end of his career, you would think. So this was his big summer. This really was his big summer, and a big summer he had earned. You know, he's been fantastic, and he's a goal scorer. He is an out-and-out goal scorer. He won his first England cap, as we know, against Ukraine earlier on in the year, which was brilliant. It was great to see him in England shirt. He'd been knocking at the door for a while, and it looked like moving forward with Kane's age as well, and the need for England to find a consistent replacement for Kane in terms of just giving Kane rest or a real additional threat to his position. Toney looked like the man to do it. But all this is now, it's gone, isn't it? It is completely gone. An 8-month ban, wherever you're looking at it, whether 2 months are pre-season or not, it is devastating. It is a huge chunk of a footballer's time. But my initial thoughts is he's only got himself to blame. I mean, to admit 230 plus breaches of betting rules, he knows the rules. He is an adult. He is in his late 20s. He knows right from wrong. He clearly doesn't need the money. He will be a very rich man, if not a millionaire or multi-millionaire. So he didn't need to do it for the money. So it's a bizarre thing. He's only got himself to blame. He really has. He's going to miss around 11 or 12 games for England, which is a lot. It is a lot. It doesn't mean he's going to miss a tournament. Obviously, there isn't a tournament this summer, and if he's eligible to play again from January next year, he will be back in time for Euro 2024. But at 27 years of age, by March next year, he will be coming to 28. He will have missed basically all of England's Euro qualification campaign, which really puts him down the pecking order, really, in terms of getting a place at the tournament. And we've got to remember, he hasn't represented England at a tournament previously, and this was his big opportunity. With him coming back in January, he's really going to have to hit the ground running and hope whatever games England have lined up past January, that he gets picked and performs exceptionally well for club and country, if he gets called up, that is, in a very short space of time for him to be able to be picked for Euro 2024. Of course, that means if he isn't then picked for Euro 2024, we're another couple of years then away from the World Cup, by which time he will be 30-odd years of age. Will he still be performing the way he is now? Will he still be in favour? Will there be other players coming through? You'd have thought so. So you're looking at this Euro 2024 as his main opportunity to represent England at a major tournament. And it already looks like it's going to be very difficult for him to do that. So has he blown his opportunity now of ever representing his country at a tournament? I think so. I really do think so. I still think he will have a part to play for England, particularly if he comes back and shows half the amount of form he's been showing this season for Brentford, and you would hope he does so. His England career, given the way it all works in terms of the tournaments, what he's going to have to do in the short spaces of time when he does come back, and his age on top of that, all means he's going to be struggling. He is going to be struggling to get into any sort of tournament squad for England, and that is really disappointing because he did have a good future with England. You thought he could have gone to Euro 2024 on the back of this campaign after a big summer move, and he would have been a real contender to be fighting Harry Kane for his position up front for England. But it's gone now. It is gone, so it is so disappointing. But as people have rightly pointed out, though, there is some issues here. I mean, football as a sport consistently shoves down your throat, doesn't it? Gambling, it's everywhere, on TV channels, at the size of pitches, on kits, on everything is betting in football. So the irony that he's been banned in, the punishment is so harsh for betting breaches is, it's not lost on a lot of fans. It seems a bit hypocritical, should we say, from the footballing authorities that they would be so harsh on it. But obviously you cannot have it where a result or an occasion or something happens in football where fans doubt the authenticity of it because of betting corruption. And that can never happen because otherwise the sport is dead. So in that aspect, the punishment is fair. But then when you look at the punishment other people have had for arguably worse offences, mainly for racism and attacking fans, it almost doesn't seem in line. It seems funny that, if you're racist or been proven guilty of racism, such as John Terry and Luis Suarez were, for example. Luis Suarez got an 8-game ban and John Terry got a 4-game ban, and there's Ivan Toney putting a bet on, well, not just a bet, but quite a few, it seems, but he's given an 8-month ban, and that doesn't fit right with me, and probably not with a lot of other fans as well. So it's the consistency and the fairness of these punishments. I believe it should be an 8-month ban, don't get me wrong, but so should other things as well. So they need to get consistent with that. But it's so disappointing. He's only got himself to blame. What do you guys think? Is his England career over? I don't think it's over. Obviously, if you play well, if he comes back and he plays well, he will force himself back into that England squad. What he's going to struggle with now, due to the timings and everything like that, like I've said, he's going to struggle to represent England at a major tournament, which is where we want to see our best players, not in qualification games. We want to see our players at major tournaments, the best ones we've got. And Ivan Toney, over the past 2 years, really, is right up there as one of England's best talents. And it's now been wasted. So it is incredibly disappointing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about the whole gambling situation. Is the punishment fair? Do you think he's got a future? Thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel and you've enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. And everybody, please share. And I will see you all on my next video.